Hi everyone, this is Mrs. Hathaway from California Virtual Academies. I am going to be your geometry teacher, so welcome to geometry. So here's me, Mrs. Hathaway, and this is me, Mrs. Song. Again, we'll be partner teaching together, so you will be seeing both of us in your live sessions. So what is geometry? If those of you are familiar with it, this might sound familiar to you. It's one of the classical disciplines of math and roughly translate in Greek as earth measurement. It is concerned with the properties of space and figures, so it's primarily developed to be practical guide for measuring. So I do love geometry because it's really applicable to real life situations, and we're going to do a lot of that this year. So let's take a look at the course. So you can see that once you're inside the geometry course, there are many things to click on. So I know it can be a little overwhelming, so let's just talk about a few of them. First is the course plan, and you're going to treat this as your calendar. So if you need to know what is due every day, you're going to click on the plan. Well, how do you get to those assignments is by clicking on content or any of these tabs that scroll across the top. For returning students, this is a new feature. So if you need to take a quiz, if you need to review a lesson, it's all under content. And then how do you review your grades? It's going to be under the grades tab. So log into the course as soon as you watch this recording or as soon as you have access to the course and start poking around. You can't mess anything up, and we highly encourage you to start looking around and getting really comfortable with the course. A few things to mention there is, let me go back to that slide, the course materials and overview. Many students are concerned about how to contact the teachers, so teacher contact information is under course materials and overview. So you can look in there to contact me there. You can see what your live schedule is. You can take a look at the syllabus, and again, all of the items are over here on this side. All right, so again, the class plan is the calendar. So again, if you're concerned about what you need to do for a particular day, if you don't understand when your test is or when this is due or when that is due, you need to be clicking on the class plan, okay? Now, you will notice that this particular screenshot has 11 calendars. So I want you to do me a favor when you very first log into your geometry course, and I want you to click down on this arrow and I want you to select the geometry only, so that when you log into the geometry class, that's all you're seeing is your geometry coursework, okay? We don't need you to see all of your other courses because that may become confusing to you, okay? Assignments. Let's talk about assignments. What is due in geometry? So first thing on class, you're going to join me on Monday morning. And the first thing we're going to do is take a pre-test together before we can even begin the work in the course. So that's going to determine where you need to be placed in the course. It's going to put you in either a guided track or an on-target track. Either way, either path that you're placed on is fine. It will just determine what example problems that it gives you from the course. And then there are the daily quizzes. Now this is where your grade comes from. So a lot of times students misunderstand if they come to the live sessions, then they're done. No, we need you to actually do the work in the course as well. So again, you're going to click on that content and you're going to do daily quizzes, and that's what's going to give you your grade. So after each session that we review the material, then you're going to go take a quiz. What else do you get a grade for? Test. So at the end of every unit is a unit test. Also at the end of every unit is a part 2 test, and these are referred to as TGAs, teacher graded assignments. So you're going to handwrite these, submit these, scan them, put them in the Dropbox. You're going to send them back to me. They're very short, usually just 2 questions. And again, this goes along with every single unit. Then this year we're also having interim assessments so that we can test your ability on how you're doing throughout the semester and that you're meeting the curriculum that's aligned to Common Core standards. So we do have those interim assessments in there, and they are mandatory. Then finally in January we'll get to the final exam. So these things make up your grade. Okay, so make sure that you're aware once again that it's not just the live sessions or watching recordings, that you have to log into the course and complete the work. Okay, so live session requirements. when your homeroom teacher made that initial call to you, that welcome call that you should have received by now, they told you if you were a guided or an independent path student this year. Okay, so if you are a guided path, you are going to see that you're going to see my class come up on your schedule if your last names are A through L on Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday at 9 a.m. And again, that's if you're a guided students with the last names A through L. And this year, very different at CAVA, or if you're a new student, all live sessions are absolutely required. You must attend live, and recordings will not give you attendance credit. So make sure you're coming because we're going to get work done in there. Students in the guided path, last names M through Z. So this is different than the other slide I showed you. If your last names are M through Z, you're going to also come on Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, but you're coming at 10 a.m. So again, that's for guided students. All sessions are absolutely required, so you must attend. And again, recordings will not give you attendance credit. Students on the independent path. So if you know that you're an independent student, you're going to have class on Monday at 11, Thursday at 12. This is not mandatory for you, but I highly recommend that you come. Recordings will be available for any missed sessions. We do have a new due date policy this year. If you are a returning student from CAVA, you need to keep in mind that we are now closing the quarter. What that means is that all the work units 1 through 3 are due at the end of quarter 1, which is on November 1st. So that means that unlike previous years, you cannot wait until the very end of the semester to turn in all of your work. Units 1 through 3 are due, okay? Then the teacher graded assignments and the finals and everything is due for the entire course, which means units 4 through 6 are due on January 24th. So again, this is a new due date policy. First live session, you're going to meet me on Monday. You're going to look on your Class Connect schedule, okay? And you should see, you see I don't have the independent class scheduled yet, but I will get that done. If you're in the guided track, students A through L last names, you're going to come at 9. If you're M through Z, I need to redo that there. M through Z, you will be coming at 10 a.m. Okay? So, independent students at 11. So I'm going to see you first thing Monday morning, all right? I know this is a lot of information, but I'm going to go over all of this again in detail on Monday. Make sure I'm there to answer all of your questions and get you started on that pretest. So for right now, please log in and take a look around your course, and I'll see you Monday. Have a great day.